Hi, thanks for being with us on Community Connection. I'm your host, Tracy Christensen. Over the years, women have made great strides in important government and managerial positions. However, Utah lags behind other states in getting more qualified females into leadership roles. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Susan R. Madsen, who's a professor of management from Utah Valley University, and she's the director of the Utah Women and Leadership Project. And she's here to tell us how this trend can be changed for women. Thanks, Dr. Madsen.
Good to be here.
Well, talk to us about how the Women in Leadership Project was founded, why you founded it, and what your purpose is.
Well, in 2009, actually, I started working with the state of Utah on an effort to get more women to graduate from college. So I worked on that, and then a few years ago, my main research area is women in leadership. I really shifted from that focus to, there was just so many requests to speak and for events and so forth on women and voice and confidence in leadership, and also requests for statistics on where do we stand in Utah on women in leadership, that I went ahead and started the Utah Women and Leadership Project. And that project, really, it's about 2 years old. And basically, I write and release briefs. I have students that help do the data collection that really help us understand where are we in terms of women in leadership. I produce briefs on women and leadership in politics, in nonprofits, in education, K through 12 and higher education, and also in business, like on corporate boards and so forth, to help us understand where we're at. And I've also, the last year, released 2 more briefs, one on why we actually need more women leaders in Utah, and then one on confidence and leadership and how women feel about that in the state of Utah. And we also, in the project, in the last year, I started putting on community events, very large community events.
Which I've attended, and
you've attended those. Yes. And the reception has been amazing. Lots and lots of folks are interested in that.
So what have you found about how we're doing in Utah as women in leadership?
Well, it's not a shock. One of the things that bugs me, I'll have to tell you, is all the negative media that we've received in the last couple of years on Utah being one of the worst in terms of issues for women. I love being in Utah as a woman. I think this is a great place for women, but we do need to make some changes in the state. So we found in the research that we do lag significantly when we compare Utah to the nation in terms of women in politics and in education and in business, corporate boards and so forth. We're pretty even with the nation in terms of nonprofits. So bottom line, it's good to be able to lay things out and say, hey, we need to do something about this, and this is where we're starting right here. But I have a lot of hope for the future. There's a lot of interest. And so it's important to lay it out. Maybe it's a little bit depressing in terms of statistics, but then saying, you know, we can do something about this. We need to help women understand, first of all, there's external and internal barriers. Some of it is, and we've done workshops and events on confidence and voice, helping women themselves understand they are wonderful people, they're smart, they can be confident, they can step forward, they can be involved in the community, whatever they want, but also then understand, help organizations and leaders and political groups understand that we do need, there's so many reasons we need women's voices in politics and leadership and churches, whatever setting.
And give us 2. What do you think are 2 big reasons why we
Well,
need
I have a whole brief on this.
I know.
There's actually, in business, there's a whole bunch of financial reasons. The more diverse leadership teams we have, the more women on corporate boards, you actually make more money as a business. But there's all kinds of things related to leveraging talents. For example, women ask different questions. So I have people a lot saying, why do we really need more women in the politics? Because women ask different questions. We care about different things. Right now, we have very few women in politics, and we need to, so we don't have as much money in education and social programs and so forth. Women just love those things. Women will speak and stand forward on issues that men often don't care as much about.
It's very true. Tell us your website, Dr. Madsen, so people can go and learn more about what you're doing.
We have lots of resources on our website in terms of articles and events and so forth. So it's at the UVU homepage, which is uvu.edu/UWLP for Utah Women in Leadership Project.
Excellent. Thank you for your work and for being here today.
Thanks so much.
To learn more about the Utah Women in Leadership Project and the upcoming events that they'll be holding, visit our website at KBYU11.org. Thanks for being with us, and please join us next time on Community Connection.